Hey guys, welcome back to my series of Owl House episode reviews. We've covered episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, now we're at episode 5. The Convention. Clever title, I might say. A convention is a large organized gathering for enthusiasts of cosplay, video games, etc. It can also mean a massive conference for political parties. Coven refers to a group of witches who share similar beliefs and practices. Put these two together, you'll get convention. Usually combining two words results in a horrible cringy name, at least from my experience. Like if I combine Discord and Scrabble, what do you get? Discer, Discolocker, Discooker, Discocker? See? Not good. This is how it should be for word combinations. Ensure that the words you choose for merging have similar sounding syllables, like coven and convention. That way when you combine them, it would sound normal like nothing changed. Convention is a genius title, I tell you what.
I tell you what.
Anyway, let's get to it. We start off with the gang selling sketchy products. Sadly, there are no customers due to the ongoing convention. Velma and Gus invite Luz, but Edelyn disapproves as she doesn't like giving up magical freedom to be part of a crooked system. Okay?
Okay, then you leave me no choice.
I'm Stan and I was wrong.
So they go to the convention, where they see a lot of covens witches can join, such as the main 9 covens. Abomination Coven, Bard Coven, Beast Keeping Coven, Construction Coven, Healing Coven, Illusion Coven, Oracle Coven, Plant Coven, lastly, Potions Coven. For some reason, there are secondary covens. Artist Coven, Baker's Coven, Big Dog Coven, Carnivore's Plant Coven, Cantrip Coven, Chef's Coven, Cooking Coven, Debate Coven, Fashion Coven, Flower Coven, History Coven, Incidental Coven, Meditation Coven, Mender's Coven, Oculus Coven, Pickup Coven, Pottery Coven, Prose Coven, Reaction Coven, Scrying Coven, Stylist Coven, Succulent Coven, Swag Coven, Wood Coven, Cat Coven, Small Cat Coven, Tiny Cat Coven, Tiniest Cat Coven. Women's Hygiene Coven. What exactly do these covens do? From what I understand, the Abomination Coven is all about summoning stands that can assist in fighting or other things. The Construction Coven is self-explanatory. They use power glyphs to increase their strength. These are the ones we saw from the previous episode when Luz did magic for the first time. The Illusionist Coven is also self-explanatory. The Plant Magic Coven is also self-explanatory. The Healing Coven is also self-explanatory. Witches who join the Potions Coven are able to make potions for people to use, like the elixirs Ida drinks a day to keep the doctor away. The Beast Keeping Coven is for keeping beasts and training them to be your Pokemon. I guess it says beast keeping. Why would you ever keep beasts other than to train them? You wanna eat them? The Bard Coven, I assume, is for witches who are huge fans of Pied Piper. Lastly, the Oracle Coven specializes in fortune telling or scamming people.
Destiny? I'm not paying for... It's free.
Rule of thumb for me, whenever someone offers you something amazing for free, online or in real life, immediately run away. Epic Games and Steam are the exception. If you're wondering what the secondary covens do, don't bother because they're not important! Hopefully in later episodes, we'll get to see how the main 9 covens function. If we do, that means we don't need to do research just to understand what is going on in this show, and that's awesome! I explained these covens using information from the episode itself. If my takes are accurate, at least 70% accurate, this show is really good at conveying its ideas to the viewers without requiring them to do research.
I'm looking at you.
I have a confession to make. I did end up researching about 2 things in episode 4, The Intruder, but that's only because my curiosity got the best of me and I apologize. Guys, please refrain from conducting research on the subjects portrayed in TV shows or films. You might end up spoiling yourself. Don't make the same mistake I did. Instead, let the TV show or the movie that you're watching explain to you what they're trying to convey. It will determine if it's good or bad, objectively speaking. Anywho, according to Edelyn, the downside of joining a coven is when you join one, all of your magical powers get taken away except for one. For example, when someone joins the Illusion Coven, he can do only illusion magic from now on. Is the overall coven system crooked? I'll find out eventually, I haven't seen everything yet. The gang went to a demonstration of the Emperor's Coven. This is called the Emperor's Coven. I call it the Court of Owls. Give me 5, Michael. It's not one of the main 9 covens because this coven is a combination of all of them. People who are a part of this get to use every single magical ability. Okay, understandable since this is the highest ranking. Not to mention, these dudes are literally working for the Emperor. So why does Ida not want to join? She can still have access to every single magical ability as she wants to if she joins this coven. All she needs to do is work for the Emperor. Maybe Edelyn doesn't like the Emperor. I forgot to mention, the convention features a special guest. It is none other than Blackfire, Edelyn's sister. And I thought I saw the most beautiful woman on the Boiling Isles. And I did. Unpopular opinion. Edelyn is so much more attractive than her own sister. Apparently, Ida's sister is a member of the Court of Owls, which Edelyn refused to be a part of. The plot thickens once again, ladies.
Ooh, a punky potion this. Ooh. punched me in the boob.
Luz challenges Amity to a duel after dishonoring King. Fight her for my honor! Nah, I don't think you'll win. Amity did an everlasting oath to make sure Luz would stick by her choice. If Amity wins, Luz will tell everyone she's not a witch and she'll stop practicing to be one forever. How about Luz will go back to the human world if she loses? What about that? If Amity loses, she will say sorry to King and admit that humans can be witches. What does it take to be a true witch? Letter A. Do you need to be amazing in performing sorcery? Or letter B. Do you need to have this thing in your heart? If letter A is the answer, Godspeed, Luz. If letter B is the answer, then sorry, Luz. You can never be a witch, biologically speaking. Elsewhere, Idolin stumbles upon her sister and challenges her to an apprentice duel.
And look at those ears. Is she human?
No, she's not human. She's a duck. Unfortunately, Luz can't do witchcraft, so Ida decides to cheat. Well, fair enough. Sometimes cheating is the only way to win. I'm kidding. Cheating is
always the way to win.
During the battle, Amity goes all her way to kill Luz with her gigantic stand. Did I say kill? Yeah, I said kill. Idolin put mines all around the battlefield. After the cat got out of the bag, the gang lost by default. However, as Amity walks away, it is revealed that Blackfire was cheating as well. Okay, I think we need to thank the Lord that Ida cheated. If she didn't, Luz would have been killed. A few seconds ago, I glorified cheating as a joke. Turns out it's a good thing Idolin cheated. I never knew I'm sidekick. The way these two argue reminds me a lot of how I argue with my siblings. Idolin was me when I found out my sibling did something terrible after being the innocent one for so many years. Truthfully, I behaved identically to Idolin. It establishes that these two have a typical sibling rivalry, and I personally love it with all my heart because of how realistic it is. Although I will say this, just because the characters act the same way I do, that doesn't always make them likable automatically. I mean, you know what I've said about Adrian. He became incredibly terrible after season 3 of Miraculous. Yes, I admit it, I kinda do relate to him. He acts like a real human being. But at the end of the day, he's filled with nonsensical, inconsistent writing. Okay? This works because it's relatable and it makes perfect sense. Making sense matters, ladies. Blackfire and Idolin end up fighting each other in a beautifully animated fight scene. Seriously, the animation of this is so unbelievable. The vibrant colors, the fluid movements of the characters, it's all utterly breathtaking. It's amazing how far technology has come to be able to create such a glamorous, immersive experience. You can tell that the animators knew what they were doing. They knew how to do their job. This animation proves when talent meets creativity, the results are nothing short of extraordinary. I swear the animation of this fight scene kinda reminds me of Spider-Verse. Whoa, dude, no. This animation is good, but not that good, okay? Oh, sorry, Michael. A while ago, Idolin used Hex Mix to distract this person. She used it again on her sister to escape. Both worked perfectly well, proving this is indeed a distraction spell. Elsewhere, Luz apologizes to Amity. Amity denied her apology and demands her to admit she's not a witch. I am 100% on Amity's side here. On one hand, crushing someone's dreams to make yourself feel better is never a good thing. On the other hand, your lifelong aspiration, determination, dedication, and hard work to achieve your goal getting shattered by someone who hasn't even experienced what you've been through is just as bad, if not worse. Although I personally haven't gone through what she has, I genuinely empathize with her suffering. This episode reveals a side of Amity we've never seen before, though it would be a lot better if we did, in order for this to have more emotional weight. Still, I was invested as they kept it straightforward. They didn't overcomplicate her backstory by adding TMI. Also, notice how in her first appearance, she was two-dimensional. Then in her second episode, which is the overall 5th episode, it is revealed that there is more to her character. Perfect calculation to catch my interest. And the fact that this was done as early as possible is simple genius. Imagine if Amity has been a bland character throughout the whole show. She will officially be fleshed out for the first time in a much later season. You really think I would care? I don't know, I haven't seen any TV show that successfully does that, but I do know this horrible cartoon series wasn't successful in doing something like that. Remember what the writers of Miraculous Ladybug did with this character's backstory? Yeah, me neither, because it was too little too late, you know? Anyhow, Luz transpired light to prove she's training hard to be a witch. Amity is quite impressed as she's never seen it done that way. She decided to break the everlasting oath to give Luz a chance to be a witch because for me, she sympathizes, as she wants the same thing she does. Despite her cold behavior, Amity has a heart, with a magic bile sac attached to it. This is such a sweet moment, I can't help but clap every time I watch it. Oh, there I go again! The epilogue shows Blackfire will stay determined to capture Idolin, as she is the most wanted criminal.
Your days are numbered, Idolin.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
The episode ends there, and did you notice something? We're only 5 episodes in, and the plot thickens again with the introduction of Blackfire, including Amity's development. On top of that, the world building expands with the inclusion of multiple covens. At this point, I think it's safe to say the Owl House has fast pacing. While I enjoy slower paced storytelling a lot more, fast pacing is awesome. A fast paced story can be an effective tool in captivating your audience, making them eager to see what happens next. They are especially well suited for certain genres like thrillers, action-packed dramas, where tension and excitement come first. However, pacing is merely one aspect of a successful narrative. A well-crafted story should also have relatable characters, a clear message, and a satisfying resolution. Fast pacing is not a substitute for a thoughtful and meaningful story. The key to successful storytelling is finding the right balance between pacing, development, and message. Though not every story needs a message. A story can simply tell a story without any message. Speaking of message, remember what Ida said here?
But you're also giving up your magical independence to be part of a crooked system.
As I said before, my opinion about the coven system and the society where she works are on hold because I haven't seen everything yet. But can I just say something about this? Look, I know we all want freedom. So do I, especially from a corrupted society. But we cannot escape the importance of regulations. Having freedom is awesome, without a doubt, but too much of it can transpire chaos, eventually making a world where immorality reigns supreme, resulting in negative consequences for society and for us too. These laws help to ensure safety, respect, fairness, equality, and security for all members of society. Without having rules, knowing what is right would be impossible. Knowing what is wrong would be impossible. Punishing bad behavior would be impossible. Granted, we should most definitely strive for change if the laws are nonsensically stupid, but a balance between freedom and rules is essential in achieving a peaceful, harmonious society where every individual can thrive while respecting everyone's rights, and I mean everyone's rights. Except bad people, of course. Those are my opinions on society and laws. Bottom line, Convention is a pretty good episode that got me excited for what'll happen next. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Horrible animation. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really means a lot. You guys are the best. Next time, we'll talk about episode 6. Until then, stay cool, stay safe, and happy 5-year anniversary, Bloons Tower Defense 6.
When your skin's on mine, I feel so right. Say you never let me go tonight. Since that day you came into my sight, you've been my type of guy, yeah. Caught up in your love, I can't escape. So sweet like the flavor of the grape. Can't imagine life without you, babe. A part of me, oh, oh, oh. Don't let me touch your body before you touch mine, baby. I don't want you to think that I'm rushing. Maybe a little bit crazy,